Hello, this is Matt with a quick look back at the US dollar, silver, and gold. So what we had in 1792 was the US dollar was equal to 0.7734 ounces of silver. So you had all different kinds of designs of the silver dollar. This is the Morgan dollar that started in 1878, but the dollar was 0.7734 ounces. So if you do the math, they set the $1.29 price to silver. So $1.29 per ounce was the silver price. U.S. government set it, which made the $1 be 0.7734 ounces. And that's how the dollar was defined. Now gold was in relation to silver. So there was a ratio of a 15 to 1 or 16 to 1 to silver. That's how you define gold. But the dollar was tied to silver. Until 1873, the crime of 73, where they demonetized silver. So instead of defining the dollar as 0.7734 ounces of silver, the dollar was now defined as gold. They said a $1 gold piece, and it was 0.0483 something. I mean, it's very small. And they set the price of gold to be $20.67. So if you look at a double eagle, which was a $20 piece, it was 0.9675 ounces. So that coin had $20 stamped on it, but it wasn't a full ounce, right? It was 0.9675. So if you think about the gold price per ounce, $20.67. That's how they came up with it. It's incredible. So again, this used to be a dollar. But after 73, it was still a dollar to spend, but the US dollar by definition was no longer tied to silver. It was now tied to gold. Kind of incredible. So again, that was in 73. Things changed, right? Silver market value actually dipped, right? It went down. I think because maybe it was less in demand. So we were on a gold standard until 1933. You remember that? So we survived World War I. The U.S. actually profited a lot. We provided Europe a lot of goods, and we had a lot of gold. Everybody else had to recover. Remember, Germany was devastated in reparations, so they had to devalue their currency. I learned that the 1933 gold confiscation, so the U.S. government said, give us all your gold. So let's just imagine this is a $20 gold piece, almost a full ounce. They took it in and then they revalued gold to $35 an ounce. So a 69% increase. But if you think about it the opposite way, the US government was actually one of the last countries to devalue our currency. So instead of thinking that now gold went up to 35, think that the US dollar was no longer tied to gold and we just devalued our money by 69%. So our dollar used to be able to buy gold at a rate of $20.67. Now it's going to take you $35 to buy that ounce of gold. So actually the US dollar was devalued in 33. So we originally were tied to silver, right? 1792. By 1873, no longer tied to this, we were tied to gold. From 1873 all the way to 1933. That's a long run, almost 60 years. So what were we tied to come 1934? The Federal Reserve note. The dollar bill, right? So we already ditched gold, and you know why? Also think about that $20 gold piece. The reason why they had to take them in was because they were no longer worth $20, right? If you walked into a store, you would be foolish to pay them with a $20 gold piece because the gold value's $35, right? So they basically demonetized or got rid of gold coinage as legal tender. Now we're just playing with bills. And the reason why we could still use silver was, like I said, the silver price after 73 tanked. Right? The silver value was still less than the face value. So we continued to use these in transactions until 1964 is when the silver price finally got to be more valuable than the face value. And that's when we stripped out silver from the coinage. So think about that. It is absolutely amazing to learn this stuff. 1873, boom, silver took a hit and didn't come back to be above $1.29 until 1964. That is a long 90 years of silver just lagging. But after it broke through, 1964, we poured it out of the coinage. If you look at a silver chart from 1964, again, going from about $1.29 to hitting 50, slamming back, hitting 50, slamming back, and now we're 29, hopefully 30 soon. Silver history is amazing, guys. But I'm just learning now about the history of the US dollar. It's incredible. So learn all you can, guys. This is fun stuff. I'll see you next time.